Hey everybody, it's Mary and welcome back to the kitchen. I've got jalapenos that are getting really good size in my garden, and folks, today's the day we start to work them up. We are going to make a cowboy candy. Another name for that is a candied jalapeno. So I'm just going to get started. I've already washed all of my jalapenos for this batch. Now I will give the instructions in the description box, so don't worry about trying to write down everything. Okay, now you have some choices with this. Okay, number one, not a choice. Wear gloves, because if not, you're going to blister your hands. And if you accidentally touch your nose, your eye, or whatever, you're going to be in trouble because it's going to be burning for a long, long time. So number one, always wear your gloves. But the thing that you've got a little bit of control over is the amount of heat in there. Now in peppers, the heat is in the seeds. Okay? If you want it totally spicy, then leave all the seeds in there. But if you want it a little less spicy, just cut it open like this. Trash bowl over here. And take part of the seeds out. That way you reduce the amount of spice. Folks, that is entirely up to you, the level of heat that you want. But I'm going to get on with this. Okay, I'm down to the last two of these, folks. And probably about 70% I left with the seeds in there. Okay. This is the last one of the peppers. Okay. Now, when you are cutting up produce, always pay attention to what you've got, because this looks good. Okay. I cut it open and it doesn't look so good. So that goes in the trash bowl. But always look at everything you do, because you don't want to throw anything bad in your peppers. Let me get all this cleaned up, and then we'll get that wonderful sweet brine going so we can get these things candied. Okay, I got my area cleaned up a little bit, guys. I can't stand the seeds everywhere like that. Okay. I'm adding apple cider vinegar. I have sugar. Okay, in this one, I have garlic powder, celery seeds, turmeric, and folks, believe it or not, cayenne pepper. I know, that's going to really give it a kick, right, with all those jalapenos. So, we're going to put that in there. We're going to stir it up, and after we bring it up to a boil, we're going to simmer it for just a few minutes, about 5 minutes or so. Then we're going to add the peppers. Okay, folks, I brought it to a boil, and then I reduced it and I let it simmer. Okay, now I've got my heat turned back up, and I'm going to put my peppers in here. If you do this, whenever you get a stopped up nose, guys, it won't stay stopped up long. It's got some heat to it. Okay. We're going to bring this up to a boil, and we're going to let it boil for about 5 minutes. And as you can tell, everything has changed colors. So, I have my jars in warm water. This is hot, and I have my canner heating up. We always want to do warm, 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 or cold, cold, cold. That way we don't have any breakage. Okay. Now, folks, on this one, this recipe, it calls for ladling the jalapenos in here, doing all that, and then getting the syrup to a full rolling boil, and then doing all of them. So, that's what I'm going to do. Oops, I got the wrong one. So, set that one over there. I haven't cram that down in there yet. I'm thinking maybe about 6 pints. I don't know. Or I should say half pints, folks. This is a half pint jar, not a pint. What do you think? I think we should do a little bit more in here. I think maybe a little bit more. Because it's going to cook down more as we process it, and we want to have as much in there as what we can. That is a little warm, guys. Now, just in case you're wondering, these are jalapenos. They're warm. Even though I took a good amount of seeds out, it's still warm. Not to mention the fact that it's got the cayenne pepper in there too. Just letting you know, just fair warning, when you do this, expect to have some heat. Isn't there an old expression, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen? Sorry. Just a little humor there, guys. Have to throw that in every now and then. My mom tells me I'm too serious, that I should laugh more, so laugh at me. Give me a laugh in the comments. What do you think, guys? You think I'm too serious? You want to see more humor? Or you just want me to throw this in here and get it done? Guess it all depends on the person. We're getting there. Looks like we're going to have one more. Now, we started out with 3 pounds of jalapenos. And in all honesty, I figured I would get a little bit more than 5 jars out of this. But you never know. Have you guys ever made the Cowboy candy? Or the Candied Jalapenos? Let me know in the comments. Now, normally I would have liked to have made a mixture of red and green peppers, but in all honesty, my jalapenos have not started turning yet. So, we're doing all green. Okay, I think I can mash a little bit more down in those two. So let me go on and get these done. We're almost out of peppers here. So folks, just in case you're wondering how much 3 pounds of jalapenos makes, it only makes 5 half pints. I don't want to overfill these with the peppers, but I don't guess it's the end of the world if we have a few left over for us to snack on, right? Okay. So let me go ahead. This is coming back up to temperature. And then once it comes up, well, that doesn't take long. It's just about there, guys. So I'm going to add a ladle. Just set that in there. Put that one over there so we don't have any drops everywhere. Okay. Wipe the rim off. Always wipe your rim. That way, in case you've dropped anything on there, it's not going to stop it from sealing. Okay. You notice these are not in water. Guys, with today's lids, you don't have to put them in water. Okay. Put it on there. Don't get it cross-threaded. Okay, it's on there finger tight. So I'm going to drop this down into my water that is heating up. But folks, I know right now the water's not over top of that. That's for a reason. Because anytime you add something to the counter, it's going to raise that water level. But if there's not enough water in it, it's easy to just add water. And I don't want to go digging down in there with water that much higher than the tops of these with these little things and try to dig them out. So just say it. But I'm going to get this in here, and these are half pints, guys, and I'm going to process them for 10 minutes. And if I was doing this in a pint jar, I'd process them for 15 minutes. Okay. Again, make sure everything is wiped off. Don't burn your fingers too bad. Okay, now folks, you're going to have leftover syrup right here. You can can it and use it like over meats as a, you know, a glaze or something like that. Or something that I have discovered this year that I really enjoy doing is you can dice up a cucumber. Just a regular, I grew the burpless cucumbers, and throw that in a little bit of the syrup in the refrigerator. I made a lazy day pickle, or a lazy lady pickle. I made a lazy lady pickle, guys, and I was surprised. It was good. So I figure I will do that with some of this leftover syrup right here. Throw some cucumbers in it, or even some peppers, onions. What do you think would be good in there? Let me know in the comments, because I'm certainly not going to waste this. Just about there. What's your favorite thing to do with Cowboy candy if you've had it before? One of the most popular ways to eat it is put it over cream cheese and put it on a cracker. Whew, that's warm. Put it like on a Ritz cracker. There we go. Had it cross-threaded. If I didn't do that once or twice every canning session, I don't know what I would do. But that's about the most popular way to eat it. Let me put a little bit more water in that. And like I say, folks, I'm going to process that for 10 minutes. And then we've got one more thing on the shelf for this year. Okay, the timer has gone off on our Cowboy candy. I'm going to bring it around here. And folks, whoop, there you go. Thank you, Jesus. This was some of the leftover syrup, so I didn't want to waste it, so I canned it. That way it'd be really good, like on a chicken breast or a pork tenderloin. Oh my goodness, pork tenderloin and rice with that. I've got a dinner idea. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Yeah, if you don't care, give me a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and guys, I'll see you on that next video.